Thursday, June 25th. Pretty insane market open. This was like absolute torture for me to watch. There was a 1 minute, I believe, 1 minute ifvg right off the jump off of a pre-market bullish fair value gap that we inversed. So this was, I'll just pull it up. Right here, you would have got kind of a bad entry, because you would have been all the way down here and it would have been like a massive stop loss on this. Actually, it wasn't even that crazy, 71 points, but the 30-second was actually much better if you had taken that. You would have gone ifvg on this candle. You saved yourself like 15 points or whatever, but whatever. I faded it. I got, I don't know, just a bit nervous after the last couple days of just me losing my head. Just scared to get chopped like 30 seconds into market open. So I faded this, but this would have been a nice short because we swept liquidity. We had a daily, let's actually go here. It's a little easier to look at. We had a daily fair value gap. There was an unfilled 1 hour here that we just missed. But yeah, we had a pre-market pump that just faded that there. And then there was this daily fair value gap we tapped into, and on ES we just missed it. Just barely missed. We got a daily SMT delivering out of this bearish gap now. Super bearish. And yeah, it was just absolute torture for me to watch this trade play out. Like 1,000 points. Like each candle was like 100 points. It was just disgusting. But yeah, I was just trying to follow my rules. It wasn't my model, obviously. I did want to just jump in, but there's no model there if you're just jumping in. So followed my rules, so happy about that. And then yeah, we swept all this the last few days of liquidity. But yeah, then there was this this low here that we failed to sweep. This New York PM low that ES took out right there. So ES fully swept absolutely everything, took out that New York PM low. We had almost got there. I can't believe we didn't take it out on NASDAQ. And then we also had this 4 hour low right here, right below us. We had that New York AM low or whatever that was, and then we had this 4 hour low from like a couple weeks ago or whatever that was also the draw. But yeah, so we SMT'd off that. So I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna retrace now since we just dumped 1,000 points. And I was waiting for my trade. So we got a 5-minute IFVG. ES went 5-minute IFVG on this candle, but we didn't go IFVG, and then so I had to wait, got IFVG on this candle here, the 705 candle, and then I was like, okay, maybe if we get a retrace back into this 5-minute first presented, that I will long out of that. I was like, maybe we found the bottom, we got the SMT, 5-minute IFVG, retrace into the 5-minute fair value gap, and then if we get a 1 minute or a 30-second out of that, and we did have a 1 minute here, but your RR would have just been cooked if you had waited, and you would have gotten chopped on that. So here's the 5-minute gap. We just tapped it, and on ES we tapped it by like literally a quarter, like literally quarter of a tick right here. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, so there's the gap, and you can see there we just barely tagged it by literally a quarter of a tick on ES. NASDAQ also just barely tagged it by like a couple points. Yeah, just tagged it by a couple points. So then scale down to the 30-second. Let's take a look at what it looked like. And yeah, we also had this bullish divergence on the RSI on our side. I was looking for my trigger wave, which ended up being this here. You also could have taken this. There was like a little 30-second in here, continuation up, but whatever. But yeah, price is going up, or price is going down, RSI is going up. We have this hump here to that hump there. It was just kind of like, it's a little sketchy because we did just clear out this high, which almost like mitigates this bullish divergence. But since we dumped so much, got that SMT, I was like, surely we have to go higher. And like getting 100 points here is like literally 2 candles anywhere. It's so volatile. But yeah, bang. Here's our IFVG. The long-awaited 30-second IFVG right here. Bam. So went long. Didn't hesitate on this entry. Slammed it right there, pretty much right away. Had like an 80-point stop. And we were sitting in like some actual substantial drawdown. That was like, damn, like 60 points of drawdown. But I was sticking to my 2 micro rule. So this would have been bad for the account if this had gone wrong. I think I only had like, if this went wrong, maybe like $200 left until I blow my account. So like we pretty much had to have this trade hit, and thank God it hit for like 102 points. But I was looking at hitting this high. I put my TP like right above it. Sure enough, if you did hold this, didn't touch your stops, it would have printed. But I had to go break even here. Absolutely had to go break even just because of the circumstances I'm under. And yeah, we SMT'd. ES was like way up here, and I was like, surely we got to break this. Surely we got to break this. And it was just taking way too long. And thank God I cut it, because yeah, then we dumped like a couple candles later. But yeah, that was it. Bullish divergence on the RSI. Had a little trigger wave here. 30-second IFVG. We had an SMT off all those lows, those high time frame lows. Big SMT off ES. Price is going up. Opened up the 5-minute, or had a 5-minute IFVG, and then a retrace back into the first presented 5-minute gap. Tapped. 30-second IFVG out, targeting like just over a 1-to-1. Almost took out this high. So close. But yeah, that was a nice little trade. It should have worked, and it did work. A little bit of drawdown, not a big deal. Thank God that hit. Yeah, that's it.